Unfortunately, education reform and the Common Core standards are no more immune to political discussion than anything else in America. In 2007, governors and their state education professionals came together to say, we can do better than we're doing so far. And frankly, if we're going to meet the thresholds put out by No Child Left Behind, we have to do better. They began working on what ultimately became the Common Core. And in fact, all of them together launched Common Core and agreed to it in the summer of 2010. Now, at the time that that started, because the business community was involved right from the beginning, so were numerous foundations, there were those who might be described as being on the political left who had some concerns. Is the business community intruding in our schools? Are nameless and faceless foundations having too much influence on education policy? Not surprisingly, at about the same time as President Obama took office in 2009 and his education secretary, Arne Duncan, looked for reforms, they became interested in and became very supportive of the Common Core. In fact, in 2009, as part of the federal stimulus package, Secretary Duncan launched what he called the race to the top. It provided $4.35 billion for states that would voluntarily try to embrace Common Core more quickly and implement it sooner. That led conservatives and Republicans to charge that the Common Core was being co-opted by the Obama administration, or that somehow the Obama administration was seeking to nationalize education through the Common Core. Neither side could be farther from the truth. The truth is that governors of all political stripes, Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives, Northerners and Southerners, Easterners and Westerners, came together with a common purpose to make their schools and make the education system better. There is no federal top-down mandate in Common Core, no requirements, no penalties if you don't do it. There has been some federal funding to help move Common Core along, but there's no requirement to take those funds and no strings attached. At the same time, the business community, foundations, and others remain very, very supportive. But this is not some right-wing conspiracy to undertake the corporatization or the privatization of education. Those members of the Pennsylvania Business Council who have been engaged in this process care deeply about public education and what that means to America. To the degree that we can divorce politics from Common Core and from education reform, we'll certainly seek to do that. And we'll keep this with our Education Foundation, which is not aligned with any political organization or political party. But as you know, in America, sooner or later there's always division and name-calling and people who try to use an issue for their own political purposes. What we have to all do is keep our eyes on the prize in education reform, make sure that our students are ready for college, ready for a career, ready for the global economy. And by working together and having an honest dialogue, we can achieve those aims.